In the absence of active support from male members of the family, the women mutually supported one another through coaching one another how to preserve the integrity of faith while outwardly conforming to familial expectation. Why the Hindu husbands have tolerated Christian faith of their wives is an interesting question. It appears that for Sudra men, maintaining their status in the society through conforming to caste is important. As long as women do not go to the parlors and identify themselves with the outcasts and thereby jeopardize their familial status, they were willing to tolerate their wives' faith. To make sure potential marriage allies are not elected to give or take in marriage, it became crucial to maintain the outward observance of Hindu religious practice. On the one hand, women must have found in Christianity a means of securing some sort of limited autonomy in an intensely patriarchal world. Through their active participation in the church activities, they gained access to things denied to them in their home context. The ability to exercise leadership among themselves. The pressures experienced within the familial relationship led to the bonding of relationship in the church side. The bonds among the Christians were created, strengthened, and renewed. And I have a long discussions about the motives behind the conversion. In the interest of the time, I'm going to skip that part of my presentation and move on to some of the present conditions. The marginalizing of the Sudras. I just pointed out how, in spite of the challenges faced by several women, they all became Christians. I have visited quite a number of these congregations for my research. I was so fascinated by the kind of faith that is exhibited among these women, the kind of leadership that has been shown in several of the churches. Now, coming to talk about the current condition, the present condition, it's so sad. These converts from the high caste Sudra community are being marginalized, be kind of oppressed. The Sudra Christians who embraced Lutheranism, in spite of the losses suffered from their caste people, did not receive a warm welcome from the existing majority Christians from the outcast origin. It almost appears that even as early as 1960s, the Sudra converts felt marginalized. The comment of Chilkuri, the president of AELC at that time, in his 1969 report reflects this tendency when he said, I quote, "There is much evidence that many Sudras who came into church a generation ago have never been included as a real part of the church. In all of the West Godavari, there is no congregational elder or delegate from Sudra community. This is true of several of other synods. Sudras make up 2% of AELC church, but at present, there is not even one delegate to the AELC convention. Many educated Sudras ask, why did we have a place in the church? And quote. The marginalizing of the Sudra convert seems to be acute, as in some places, even basic membership and respect were not wholeheartedly extended to them. Smith and reports, many congregations do not welcome Sudra worship. In 3 out of 8 Sudra congregations surveyed by the women expressed that rude treatment and disorderly conduct of the congregation discourage them from trying to worship there. There are cases where elders, CRs, do not count Sudras as members of their congregation. During survey of parishes, it was noted that in some places, faithful converts names were not in the congregational register, and they were not thought of as belonging in the congregation. End quote. Even active opposition to bringing in sutras in the church was reported. Smith-Henner adds that in one village of central Kundu, Sinai, 16 inquirers have been prevented from taking baptism by a Christian elder. Although such opposition is rare, failure to regard sutras as vital members of the congregation is very common. He further reports that there is a case in West Guntur Synod where the pastor had refused to baptize those who had taken instruction for 2 years and asked for baptism and had actually come to the church to receive baptism. The above observation of Smith-Henner about the marginalization of the Sutra converts is further confirmed by a memorandum submitted by a representative of Sutra Lutherans in 1968 to the team of listeners from Lutheran churches of America that led a conference called Long Range Plan of Lutheranism in India. It depicts acute marginalization of the Sutra Christians when it said, I'm quoting from the memorandum of copies I have over there, and I might leave a couple of copies for your library if you're interested. You're welcome to read this memorandum that was submitted by Sutra Christians way back in 1968. And I quote from this memorandum. There were a number of Sutra evangelists, Catholics, and Bhakti women, and a few pastors in the past. Gradually, they were displayed in every field in the AEL church and AELC. After the work was Indianized, their places were filled by workers of the majority and the minority parties. Majority referring to the Malas, the minority referring to the Manikas. In one sentence, I could say there has been no representative at all in the Andhra Evangelical Lutheran Church, down from LSTC, Local Church Council, up to the Executive Council. Sutra congregations were kept completely in ignorance and left to the mercy of the so-called majority of the minority parties. If there are any stray cases, it is an eyewash in the caste Christians. Nobody takes care of Sutra converts. But their position is far worse than the Negroes in America. Our cry in the church in India is a cry in the wilderness. And God. The current state of affairs indicates that no serious efforts were taken to rectify the marginalization of these Christians. In the face of indifference by the church, a number of Sudra converts had left the Lutheran church to a number of sectarian groups that were springing up there. The Sutra Christians, majority of them being women, stressed out with their minority status among their own caste community, as well as facing the absence of active support of the male members of the family, long for a frequent visit and encouragement from the Christian ministry. When the Lutheran Church could not provide, they turned toward several sectarian groups that began to show lots of interest in them. Sudras need and desire very frequent visitation. They respond to whosoever visit them regularly and show deeper prayer life and love of scriptures. They respond to the Pentecostals and indigenous church ministers who visit them regularly when the Lutheran pastors did not visit them often. In spite of the grim situation, the Sutra women continues to be energetic evangelists, winning others to Lutheran faith. To conclude, we may say Sutra converts in AELC joined the church in significant number from 1920 onwards. They are to be found today both in exclusive congregation they are caring for themselves, as well as in the regular congregation where the outcast Christians are majority. Their conversion relatives are unique and they live as citizens of two worlds, negotiating between Hindu and Christian world. Though they feel marginalized, and a number of them have left Lutheranism. While they feel welcome and cared for, still a significant number continue to profess Lutheran faith. Thank you for your attentive listening.